Hey folks, Evil DM. I'm back with another episode of Railguns and Dragons. This week we're going to be talking about the first steps of creating a character. But first I'm going to talk about, if you turn to page 8, as you can see here, of the revised edition book of Heroes Unlimited, you could see that we're going to be talking about the 8 attributes and the bonuses that come along with it. So anybody that's experienced with Palladium RPGs would be familiar with these because they're pretty much universal for all Palladium games. So let's go over them kind of quickly here. First up, we have Intelligence Quotient, which is basically the intelligence of your character. The Mental Endurance, or the ME, measures the amount of mental and emotional stress the character can withstand. Mental Affinity, MA, shows the character's personal charm and charisma. Natural leaders with an MA of 17 or higher have a bonus to invoke trust or intimidation in others. We'll go over that in a moment. PS, physical strength. This is the raw physical power of your character, and normal characters can carry weight that's as much as 10 times their PS. For example, if you have a PS of 9, you can carry 90 pounds. Physical prowess, PP, shows the degree of dexterity and agility of the character. A PP of 17 or higher is rewarded with bonuses to dodge, parry, and strike. Now, as you can see, as we're going over these things, certain things have little bonuses to combat or bonuses here or there. So it should help you kind of guide where you want to put your stats when you're rolling them up. Okay. Physical endurance demonstrates the character's stamina and durability. The amount of physical punishment and resistance to fatigue and disease are determined by PE. Physical beauty, PB, is the indication of physical attractiveness of the character. A 17 or better will be rewarded with a bonus to charm or impress. And then we finally have speed, SPD. Specifically, this is the character's maximum running speed. The speed is 20 times the number of yards or meters that the character can run in 1 minute. Now, to roll these things, you roll 3d6. And how you roll them, it's kind of up to how your GM wants to handle it or how he interprets reading the rules. On this page, it just says 3 6-sided dice are rolled to determine each attribute. So it's really depending if you've played other games in the past during this time frame, like Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. That could mean roll 3d6 and assign them one at a time, right down the row in a list, one at a time, boom, boom, boom. It also means you can roll and place them on the side and assign them as you see fit. Again, it's really up to your GM. Most of the GMs I've played with basically just say roll 3d6 and assign as needed. I have run into one GM that did straight down rolls, so I guess it really depends on the GM, their game, their rules, so don't play. I would suggest rolling them and just placing them, like I was just saying, for the vision of your character. Now, after you're done rolling, look at your attribute numbers and see if you have any 16s or higher. If you do, according to the rules, you can roll another d6 and add it to that number. If you're playing the second edition rules, the one adjustment that they made was that if you roll, if you have anything 16 or higher, you can roll a d6 and you get a 6. But if you get to roll again and you get it, and whatever else you get, you can add that as well. So you get 2 chances to add there. Some GMs have added an exploding 6 to their rules. Every time you roll a 6, you could just keep rolling it over and over and over and over. Those are mostly house rules, though. Now you can assign them on the paper as you see fit, or I would suggest putting them on scrap paper to the side. Why do I say that? Because depending on your skills and training, which we'll go over later on, you'll be adjusting some of these scores. Only put the final number on your character sheet when your character is complete. So when you're building your character, especially in Heroes Unlimited, you're not going to want to put your attributes on the attribute slot on the character sheet. Characters like a Bionics type character could have multiple attributes groups depending on what limb is replaced. For example, when we go over Bionics later on, you could roll a character that needs to have his arm replaced, which means when you build the arm, that arm could have a different physical strength than the other arm. So you have one arm with 17 and one arm with 10. So whichever be your dominant would be the ones you probably write and then the other one you write on the side. It's up to how you want to write it down. Something to note here, and it's a difference between older editions versus newer editions, is that the exception abilities start at 16 in 2E versus 17 in older editions, like this one. If we flip the page here, we can see the chart right here starts at 17. So when you're building your character and you do get bonuses to various stats, or attributes, I should say, and you land on a 16 in the newer edition, there is a whole row that will give you exceptional ability bonuses. For now, it only is a 17 or higher. Another thing to note as a suggestion when building your character is put a higher number into IQ. Why? Because it determines how many skills, how many bonuses you add to your skills. So the higher that is, the more of a bonus you add to all of your skills, regardless of what the skill is. So if you had a 20, for example, as you can see here, yeah, you can see that, you get a plus 6% to every one of your skills. So yeah, I want that. I want a plus 6. So based on if you have exceptional ability, you can go all the way up to 30, and they do have rules beyond 30 for physical strength, but it's limited for humans. There's ways to get those things based on skill, basically skills and training and things like that, but we'll go over that at a different time. I really want to go over the attributes real quick here just to give you an idea what they are, and kind of keep this video, down short, under 10 minutes, and hopefully it answers the questions for you of what each of them are and how to roll these things. Hope that it has brought some enlightenment about the game to you. Kidding. Hopefully it brought something to you at least. With that said, I'm going to say don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share the videos around so more people could see them. With that said, keep it original, keep it old school, and good night, everybody.